how are you? It's Dr. Musso. Today we want to talk about European history. We want to talk about Mussolini. Here is our question. State any 5 economic problems faced by Italy after the World War I. What were the economical problems that were faced by Italy after the World War I? Number 1, we've got inflation. We also have got unemployment. So many youths were unemployed in Italy. We also see that Italy lost working class people in the war. So many people who were working, they died during the war. We also see that industrial production, it went down. Industrial productivity, it declined because of the war. So many industries, they closed down because of the war. We also see that Italy had to import raw materials. She had to import raw materials such as coal from other countries. We also see that so many industries were shut down. We also see that the Italian lira, the money that was used in Italy, it lost value. It became valueless. The living standard also declined because of the war. Commodities, they became scarce because of the war. Strikes were the order of the day. People were revolting. People were up. They were upheavals. Why? Because of problems that were taking place in the country. Food shortages were also experienced in Italy after the World War I. So these were the economical problems that were faced by Italy after the World War I. Number B, describe any 6 steps taken by Mussolini in his rise to power in Italy in 1922. So what were the steps that were taken by Mussolini to rise to power in 1922? We see that in 1919, soon after the World War I, Mussolini, he had to form the so-called the fascist party, the party that he was going to use to become the next leader of the country. In 1920, Mussolini stopped supporting factory invasions and supported factory owners. In 1921, he announced his support for the wealthy business people, the industrialists, and also the land owners. Mussolini, we also see that he had to use violence in the country to stop strikes, to stop uprisings that were taking place in the country. The communists, they were beaten by Mussolini. Beating the communists, it led him to get a lot of support from the people. We also see that the elections were later on conducted, and the fascist party, it won about 39 seats. We also see that Mussolini and his black shirts became so popular in the country that popularity now, it explains why eventually he rose to power. And we also see that in October 1922, Mussolini demanded that the government was to be given to him, or he would march to Rome. Later on, he had to march to Rome. It was the march to Rome that ushered him into the government. He was invited by the king, and Mussolini on 29 October, he became the leader of the country. He was invited to form the next government, and he became the next prime minister of Italy. So these were the steps that were taken by Mussolini to rise to power in Italy in 1922. Thank you so much. It's Dr. Musso.